I'm here at Islip Saddle on Angeles Crest Highway, and it's kind of foggy out. I guess I'm in the clouds. Today's my hike to Mount Baden-Powell, Boy Scout Monument, second tallest peak in the San Gabriels, and the plan was to start from Dawson Saddle, which is about 5 miles down that road. But as you can see, possibly, let me back up a little bit. That road's closed. I did check online. I didn't call, which is what I should have done. Apparently, I was talking to somebody. It's been closed about a month. They're repairing road for some rock slides. So instead, I'll be taking the Pacific Crest Trail from Islip Saddle. That's it right there. And there's a sign right up there. And we'll start again over there. So I've just walked up the trail a few feet, and here's the sign, and what would have been a 4.4 mile each way trip, 8.8 round trip hike to Baden-Powell would now be a 16-mile hike if I decide to go that far. I doubt I will. I don't think my feet will take it at this point. We'll see how far I go. Maybe just I'll stop at Mount Throop, which would probably be about 5 miles each way. So I'll be hiking along the Pacific Crest Trail, and mostly it follows a ridgeline, so it shouldn't be too hard. It's about 55 out, overcast. Hopefully this will burn off in a couple hours. So I'm probably about 3/4 of a mile up, and I could see with my eyes, but you can't really see it on the hair too well. Right down in between the bottom of those trees is the Angeles Crest Highway heading north. The trail pretty much follows the ridge along the highway, and to about here where the highway turns north, and we kind of keep going up the hill and kind of cut across. So just a moment ago, I just stopped taking the video, and this is actually the same spot. The fog just is rolling in. It's kind of, it's almost hitting the hill over here. You can kind of see, if I hold this for a little bit, you can see it getting a little bit thicker. Maybe see it moving by. Camera shaking too, so it's kind of hard, but it's kind of interesting because just a few seconds ago, I had a clear shot all the way through here, all the way up to the desert on the other side of the mountains, and now I can't see but 100 feet or so. That's the hill looking down. More later. So I dawdled, looking at some maps, and that fog blew by, and there's the Angeles Crest Highway heading north. Kind of winds its way north a little bit, and then goes east around inside those mountains. And then way off in the distance there, you can see the Mojave, the other side of the mountains. I guess that cloud just blew by, so I guess I literally am up in the clouds. A lot clearer now. So I'm still here, and I just wanted to get this. It's a cloud blowing in. There's the road behind that tree. I moved over a little bit, but you can see the cloud coming in behind those trees, just blowing right up that valley in between the peaks. A low cloud. That's pretty awesome. There's a nice view of the Mojave Desert. Not sure what town that is. Down there you can see some roads going off in the distance, and those big dark spots on the ground are actually the shadows of those clouds. It's pretty awesome. I need to look up more. I had to walk back about 10 feet to get this shot. Need to pay attention where I am. Alright, so I'm about a mile in, although this sign is odd. It says it's only a mile back to where I came from, 7 miles to where I was going. Of course, the other sign said 8.1, so they're off by 1/10 of a mile. That happens. I'll be going to Little Jimmy Trail toward Baden-Powell and Vincent Gap, I think, also known, I think, as Windy Gap. There's a fire road here. Not sure where it goes. It might end right up there. It goes somewhere down there, you know, but I won't be following that. Unfortunately, I've done this before. I did it today. I left my map on the counter at home, my topo, so I'm just going by a map I downloaded last night on my phone, which is good enough. I know the area a little bit and I know the trails, so as long as I stick to the trail and follow the signs, I shouldn't have a problem. It's pretty much all uphill to here. Just now, looks like I'm kind of at the top of rounding a ridge. I'm going to go that way. I think I'm probably going to head downhill a little bit for a ways now. And I see something through the trees over there, a white light. I don't know what it is. Could be a fire road. Who knows? Could be a trail, whatever. I don't think I'm going to be going over that way, but we'll find out. More later. I actually think that's probably the closed section of Angeles Crest Highway. I do parallel it again once I get around this little ridge that I've come around behind me, and I don't know, you can kind of see the cut way across this little valley to right up there, which I believe is Dawson Saddle, which is where I wanted to start from. And I believe that that's Through Peak right there. So I'll be going the long way around, that way around the ridges, and hopefully come up on it soon, in a couple hours. More later. So a while back I noticed it looked like a cut above the trail, and I passed one of these, and I thought, gee, I wonder if that's that fire road I crossed earlier. And sure enough, it is. There's my trail right down there, the dark brown line. I just climbed up that little, about 20 feet or so, 20 feet up to this dirt road, up to this fire road, which I'm guessing probably parallels the trail all the way to Jimmy Springs, where I'm pretty confident there's probably a pit toilet that needs to get cleaned out every once in a while because people camp there all the time. This is probably how they get there. So I'm probably going to follow this road a little ways until I find a good spot to cut back down to the trail. And so I've literally walked about 50 feet, and there's a Little Jimmy. There's the trail right down there. Coming in, kind of see the rocks, campground, and a pit toilet. All right, Windy Gap. Why do I call it Windy Gap? Because it's really windy. You could kind of see the trees blowing, maybe. You can definitely see the clouds flying by. And it's just a saddle between these two ridges, these two mountains. A little just narrow ridge. I've been here twice before, both times from Crystal Lake, just 2.5 miles down that way. You can also go that way, past Mount Islip and down the ridge line, end up coming out by Crystal Lake itself, at the Crystal Lake campground. I guess 20 years ago, once with my daughter Sarah, we went to Mount Islip. She was probably about 7. It was tough for her, but she did it. And then about 25 years before that, with my older brother Steve. I'm going to be going this way. This is the Pacific Crest Trail, and I'm going to go. I doubt I'm going to get to Baden-Powell. I already came about 2.5 miles well, let's see, I guess about 2.3 miles, 2.4. And I don't think I'm gonna make another. I'm not good for a 16-mile round trip. Oh, and there's some wind. Maybe you can see that blowing that cloud right over the top of the mountain. This is long enough. I'm probably gonna go to Throop, probably another 3 miles at most. We'll see. So you can hear the wind in the background. I'm gonna rotate this. It's just ripping through this saddle, and you can see that at times it's so strong it actually makes living trees bend over, and sometimes they keep growing. It's just sideways, shooting new branches out. This one's been trimmed for the trail. Here's one over here that died, but you can see lots of bent trees. The weather is just ripping through this saddle here. Didn't quite make it to Mount Hawkins. Probably quarter mile, half a mile short. It's actually that peak right there, and I'm pretty much pooped. I don't think I could go uphill anymore, and I'd have to go up. Oh, it looks like another 300 or 400 feet in elevation, and just not interested. I'm kind of tired, and I got 4.25 miles to get back down this hill, which is for the most part all downhill, so hopefully that won't be too hard on my knees. I found this little prominence. It's actually a ridge line before Mount Hawkins. There's a little trail that leads out into the wilderness area. I'm not sure it's a marked trail or not, but it's, about half a dozen hunters just came up. It's an easy way to get into the wilderness area, although it's quite a walk. So I got to give them credit for hiking up here over 4 miles just to get to the wilderness area, and then wherever they walked around down there looking for game. That's about it. My battery's down to 29% on my phone, so I don't know if there'll be any more of these. Hopefully there'll be some juice left when I get back to the car. More later.